The Young and the Restless Spoilers Thurdays, the 23rd of July, 2026. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel for another daily breakdown of the madness in Genoa City. It is a wild Wednesday, and we have so much to unpack today. So grab your coffee or whatever you need, and let's just dive right into it. And let me just start by saying that I am exhausted. I have been staring at these screens and watching these episodes, and honestly, I feel like I need a nap. But we have to talk about what is happening on The Young and the Restless right now, because it is just out of control. So we finally reached the moment we have all been waiting for with Nikki Newman and her health crisis. You guys know how much this show loves to drag out a medical storyline, and this whole thing with Nikki's brain tumor and her vision has been stressing me out for weeks. But today is the day. Nikki and Victor are at the hospital, or, well, they are waiting for Doctor Nowling, and the tension is just so thick you could cut it with a knife. So they are waiting for the doctor to come in and take the bandages off her eyes. The bandages are finally coming off. And Victor is actually being sweet? Like really sweet. He is hovering over her and getting her a blanket and asking if she is nervous. Which is just so weird to see because we are so used to Victor barking orders and threatening to ruin people's lives and buying up companies just to spite his enemies. But right now, in this room, he is just a husband who is terrified for his wife. And it is actually kind of touching to watch. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Victor usually, but you have to admit it is a nice change of pace to see him acting like a normal human being who cares about the woman he loves. But Nikki is terrified. She is absolutely terrified. And who can blame her? She tells Victor that she is trying to prepare herself for the absolute worst outcome. She is preparing herself for the possibility that her vision is just gone. Completely gone. She says she doesn't want to feel like a failure if the news is bad, which just broke my heart a little bit. Why would she feel like a failure? It is a brain tumor, Nikki. It is not like you failed a math test. But that is just how she is. She always has to be strong and perfect for the Newman family. And then, right in the middle of this super emotional life or death moment, Nikki does something that just made me yell at my screen. She brings up Jack Abbott. Yes, Jack Abbott. She looks at Victor. Well, she can't really look at him because of the bandages. But she turns to him and asks if his hatred for Jack is stronger than his love for her. I mean, what were they thinking with this dialogue? Who actually believes this is the right time to bring up your husband's mortal enemy? You are about to find out if you are blind, Nikki. Why are we talking about Jack? Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. It just felt so out of left field, but also so perfectly soapy. She is mad that Victor is still playing games with Patty Williams and housing Matt Clark while Jack is suffering. And she is not wrong to be mad, but the timing is just wild. So, Doctor, Nowling finally comes in, and the moment is here. The bandages are coming off. Victor is standing right there, holding her hand, and he makes this incredibly heartfelt promise to her. He tells her that he is going to support her no matter what happens. He promises that he will be there for her, whether she can see or not. And it was a really powerful moment for Nictor. We call them Nictor, right? They have been through so much garbage over the decades, mostly caused by Victor, let's be real. But when the chips are down, they really do stick together. Doctor. Nowling slowly takes the bandages off. And Victor is so careful, and he gently encourages Nikki to open her eyes. But here is the kicker, you guys. The spoilers are telling us that this storyline is not over. Not even close. The show is going to drag this out through the entire summer. So even though the bandages are off, her vision issues are going to continue. Are we going to spend the next 3 months watching Nikki stumble around the ranch while Victor yells at the doctors? Probably. Yes, probably. That is exactly what is going to happen. The doctors have already warned them that her sight might not return immediately, or maybe never at all. And I just don't know if I have the patience for a 3-month medical mystery. But we will see. Or I guess Nikki won't see. Oh my gosh. That was a terrible joke. I am so sorry. I am just so tired. But speaking of people who are making terrible choices, let's talk about Phyllis Summers. Oh, Phyllis, what on earth are you doing? So we jump over to the Genoa City Athletic Club, the GCAC, and we see Phyllis and Matt Clark. Yes, Matt Clark. The guy who literally tortured Nick and has caused so much trauma for the Newman family. And Phyllis is just hanging out with him? No, not just hanging out. They are having a sleepover. We see them the morning after they clearly spent the night together having a fun time, and Phyllis is standing there in her bathrobe. In a bathrobe. In a hotel room with Matt Clark. And she is actually trying to convince him to stay in Genoa City. Matt is talking about leaving. He is saying that everywhere he goes, people just judge him for his past and hate him. And he is tired of it. He is tired of being judged. And I am sitting here thinking, well, yeah, Matt, you did some truly horrific things. People are going to judge you. You can't just claim you have amnesia or that you are a changed man and expect everyone to just invite you over for a barbecue. It doesn't work like that. But Phyllis, in all her chaotic glory, is actually trying to get him to stick around. Why is she doing this? Is she just that lonely? Or is she doing this to stick it to Nick? Because a few episodes ago, Nick saw them looking all cozy, and he completely lost his mind. Nick is already hanging by a thread, you guys. He is dealing with his mom's health crisis. He is stressed about Victor, and we all know he has been struggling with his drug addiction again. Nick has been popping pills and spiraling into this dark, dark place. And seeing his ex-wife, the mother of his child, hooking up with the man who ruined his life, that is just the recipe for a total disaster. Nick has been making literal death threats against Matt. He told Sharon he was going to make sure Matt disappears permanently. And Sharon is terrified. So Phyllis has to know that being with Matt is going to push Nick over the edge. But she is doing it anyway. And the fans on social media are already calling them fat. Phyllis and Matt. Fat. I don't know if I love the nickname or hate it, but it is definitely catchy. But honestly, I am fascinated by this pairing. It is so toxic and so messy and so completely wrong that I kind of can't look away. Matt is clearly attracted to Phyllis. I mean, it's Phyllis, she is gorgeous and fiery and she doesn't take crap from anyone. But he is hesitant. He knows that staying in Genoa City means dealing with the Newmans constantly breathing down his neck. And let's talk about Victor's role in all of this. Victor is the one who brought Matt to the ranch in the first place to keep an eye on him. Victor claims he has Matt under control. But if Victor finds out that Matt is sleeping with Phyllis, oh man, Victor already hates Phyllis. He has been trying to destroy her company. He has been framing her with AI evidence. He is basically trying to ruin her life. If he finds out she's getting involved with Matt, Victor might just decide to eliminate both of them at the same time. And Phyllis knows this. She has to know that Victor is going to come after Matt if he tries to run away, so maybe she is trying to protect Matt by keeping him close. I don't know. I really just don't get it. Sometimes I try to understand the writers and what they are aiming for. Are they trying to redeem Matt? Because that is a tall order. You can't just erase years of villainy by giving a guy a sad backstory and a romance with a legacy character. But then again, this is the young and the restless. They have redeemed worse people. Look at Victor. Victor has done terrible things, and we all still root for him half the time. But Matt just feels different. There is a darkness to him that makes my skin crawl, and seeing Phyllis cozy up to him in a bathrobe just feels so dangerous. And what about Nick? How is Nick going to react when he finds out that this wasn't just a one-time date? When he finds out that Phyllis is actively trying to keep Matt in town? Nick is going to explode. We already know Noah is on the verge of fighting Matt, and Nick is right behind him. Nick is going to relapse hard, I can just feel it. The temptation to kill Matt is going to drive Nick right back to the fentanyl and the cocaine. And that is just going to break Sharon's heart all over again. It is a vicious cycle with these people. They just keep hurting each other over and over again. So the GC is really heating up this summer. We have Nikki potentially going blind and testing Victor's loyalty. We have Jack recovering at home while Diane loses her mind over Dr. Markham. And now we have this bizarre, twisted romance between Phyllis and Matt Clark. I honestly don't know who is going to cause more trouble for Fat, Nick, or Victor. Nick has the emotional rage, but Victor has the power and the money to actually make people disappear. If I were Matt, I would pack my bags and run far, far away. But he is not going to do that, is he? He is going to stay. Because the drama is just too good. Do you guys think Nikki and Victor can actually survive this medical crisis without tearing each other apart over Jack? And what do you think about Phyllis and Matt? Are you here for the fat romance, or do you want Nick to just punch Matt in the face and be done with it? Let me know, because I am going to be thinking about this all day. I need to go get some more coffee and process all of this. The writers are really throwing everything at the wall this summer to see what sticks. And honestly, some of it is sticking. It is messy, it is clunky, it is frustrating, but I am hooked. I am so hooked. I will see you guys in the next update, hopefully with some good news for Nikki, but I am not holding my breath.